don't, 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 don't. Don't. Here we go. Hit the sound. You feel me? Hit the sound. Hit the sound. The sound is sounding. Sound going. Everything looking good. Make sure to sound up on my TV. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I can hear some stuff. You feel me? Sound still low on my TV. Turn it up. Turn me up. I don't remember the words to this song. I don't remember the words. What's up, y'all? What's going on, everybody? It's Monthly Gamer. I'm in the house. You feel me? Where everybody else at? Where everybody else at? Everybody tap in, tap in. What's good? It's Monthly Gamer. What's up to all my current viewers? Everybody in the stream, what's up? All my future watchers, what's up with you? If you like what you see here, you feel me? Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, share it with everybody. Hit the bell. Make sure you come back. I'm streaming here every single day, 5 o'clock Central Time. You feel me? And if you want to support Monthly Gamer, you feel me? Because I could use the help. All my payment options are down below. I got PayPal, Cash App, Venmo. Patreon is a subscription service. If you want to throw $1 in there, that'd be great. If you want to throw $5 in there, if there's any game that you want me to play, I have a $5 tier. Throw $5 in there, and I'll play whatever game you want me to play. Just let me know what it is you want me to play, as long as it's YouTuber friendly and as long as I have access to it, I will do it. Cool. Let's see. Am I gonna wait for people? Probably not. I'm just gonna start going. Feel me? Master Sword at 60. I wonder why it's I mean, I know there's evil like around that's going on around here. But that's why it's glowing. Let's see. What I need anything right now. You know what I'm saying? I think I should be good. Ooh, it's real cinematic. You feel me? Kind of making me dizzy a little bit. Not really, but it is sick that you can just jump out. Like it's just walking around for no reason. It's just walking around the desert. All right, come on with it. It wasn't even. I'm overpowered. He stood no chance. Wow. All right, let's make it a little bit of a challenge. A little bit of a challenge. Let's lower our weapons just slightly. Because good God, I tore him up in 2 hits. I heard like a little malice thingy. Unless I'm mistaken. Yeah, I definitely heard something. Also, be patient with me, y'all. Sometimes when I get into puzzles, you gotta let me think. Give me time to think. So I can get it going, you feel me? Something is reacting to me. There it is. Yes, I'm here. Wow. Good night. Be gone, evil. Let's see. How are we tackling this first? What do I remember? How do I remember this? Mind you, I'm not just getting through this dungeon. I'm again 100% completing. I want every single thing in here. I'm trying to open up every door, every crevice, every secret, all of it. Something metal goes right here, you feel me? I'll figure that out in a second. Here we go. And whoopsie daisy. Back. Oh, it didn't make it. Nope. We got nope. Nope. Load. It did not make it. I cannot believe that. Wow. Do it again. No chance. Not a shot. All right, go back to the spear again. Now, we're going to try to go for that chest again because I will not leave without that. That was horrible. I cannot believe it didn't make it. I was like, yeah, surely it's gonna make it. No. Try again. Try harder. All right, let's do this again. Try a little bit harder this time. Can I would love to be able to see the thing. All right, now pull it this way. You know what I'm saying? Make sure we get a good swing. A good swing. Good swing. Matter of fact, change our arrow so we get a good shot. Or do we need all that? I don't need to do all that. I think it's too hard. Make sure this comes right to the right, like right in the middle. All right. Good swing. 1, 2. Start it over. I shot at the wrong time. Good God. Oh, it's gonna be one of those. It's gonna be one of those streams, huh? All right. See. Okay. Do this. Third time's a charm. Third time's a charm. This time I have this tendency of sabotaging myself, and that time I just sabotaged myself. You feel me? That's all that was. That's all that was. Okay. Here we go. Magnesis. All right, good swing. The swing is good. Now it's just my arrow. First time. Y'all saw that. You saw that. Someone saw that. It was right there on the edge. Matter of fact, hold on. Now that I'm thinking about it, hold on. I'm thinking about it now, right? Let's try. Okay, so Breath of the Wild is all about doing things in different ways. There's no one way to do it, right? Let's try a different way. Let's try a different way. Let's try this. Thing is gonna fall. Let's do it this way. Because I don't know why I didn't think about this. Probably the more obvious way. There it is. Get you an ancient core, you feel me? Now, she said much smarter way of doing that. A little bit riskier, because like, you know, it still could have fell off, but like I think that was definitely more safer than how I was doing it. Matter of fact, I may need you. Come over here. May need you. Come this way. Okay, so that conducts electricity. So I may need that for in a little bit. Now what I need is a map and a compass. All right, all right, all right. Open the heart up. Unable to activate main control unit. Unactivated terminals remain. So I gotta activate some terminals now. You feel me? Activate some terminals. I'm gonna explore my options. I don't want to just go in and the first thing I see. You know what I mean? Let's see. Bomb arrows, they're always good. Bomb arrows are good. I'm not mad at that. It's a little side room, obviously. You feel me? Okay. Put the sword away. You feel me? Put the sword away. Get the spear out. Make it a little easier for me. A little harder for me. A little harder for me. Give them a fighting chance. I think that's everything on this side that I can do. I believe that's everything on this side that I can do. Unless... Kaboom! Here it is. Okay. Let's inspect a little bit more. Let's inspect just a tad more. Can't climb up top. And make sure there's nothing else I can blow up or anything like that. No. Okay. That'd be our next spot we gonna go to. What is this right here? Can we lift this? No. Can we? Nope. None of that. All right. So we're just gonna stick with the bombs for right now. We're gonna go over here. What's over here? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Also, don't forget that there is a treasure chest over that way. You feel me? There's certainly a treasure chest over there. Toss it. Boom. Ancient spring. I'll take an ancient spring. I'll take an ancient spring. Feel me? I'll take that. Oh, there's an enemy afoot. He better be careful. At some point, you rotate the whole entire like thing, like the whole entire like divine beast rotates. I know that. I do remember that. What is over here? Excuse me. I said excuse me, not Siri. Okay, where's another jumping on point? Right here. This is your main jumping on point. Okay. And the last time I believe I went this way. Oh, I didn't. I went this way. Yeah, because I cleared all this out. Right. So now we're going this way. Opposite side. Don't hit him off. Don't hit him off. We want the loot. We want the loot. What can I get rid of? I don't need a second cobble crusher. We don't need that. How much is the guardian? Yeah, we'll take a guardian sword. We'll take that. But we don't need 2 cobble crushers. But let's grab the brand new one, not the old one. Duh, James. All right. What am I able to do? Got all that stuff up there, but we got to be able to rotate this thing. Can't climb on anything. So there is no climbing. That's dead. All right. Jump down, hop down, jump down, hop down. Let's go over here. Here we go. Activate me. Turn me on. Distilling the map. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Give me the map. Rotate 90 degrees. Here we go. Divine Beast controls have been enabled.
Good work getting the map of the Divine Beast.
Okay.
The terminals that control Naboris are noted by a series of glowing points on your map.
Right.
Take Naboris back by activating all of the terminals.
Gotcha. King K in the chat. What is this? This is Breath of the Wild, dude. We're doing Breath of the Wild for today. So I think I got my schedule. I'm scheduled out for the week, right? It's not gonna be a lot of Sonic stuff. I think, so what's today? Tuesday? Tomorrow, Wednesday, I'll do something. I'll play a Sonic game, and then Friday I'll play a Sonic game. Thursday we got a surprise direct. Another surprise direct. It's an indie direct. And one would say, should I get up to go watch that direct? Should I? Because the last one was a wash. The Pokemon one was a wash also. And yeah. One would wonder, a sensible person would be like, I'm not waking up to watch that. But seeing that this is Monthly Gamer and that we have to cover stuff, you know, there's that. King K says, sure it's not Tears of the Kingdom. Looks like Tears of the Kingdom. I'm absolutely certain it's not Tears of the Kingdom. Definitely Breath of the Wild. 1000% Breath of the Wild. She goes like authenticated, unable to activate main controls. The terminals. Okay, so we got to get the terminals. Oh, so okay, so we don't need a. I was sitting there like, we need a compass. Duh, you don't need a compass. Stupid. You stupid. No. Definitely not Tears of the Kingdom though. Tears of the Kingdom is a first of all, it's a much better game, but second of all, I'd have been jumping through the roof and everything. I've been doing all type of stuff. King K said, I don't know. What you trying to say, King K? You trying to say they both basically the same game? Because they're definitely not. Most definitely not. Sir, Tears of the Kingdom is miles better than this game. Miles better. I'm very convinced that the people that are like, oh, Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild, I'm very convinced they only played like maybe an hour, or they only watched it and was like, yeah, they're the same game. And I'm like, no, you have not. You have not played that game. Okay. I think we've cleared everything that we need to clear on this. Let's time to rotate. All right. How do we rotate it? We do the. Oh, don't leave the area. Rotate 90 degrees. Regular spot, 90 degrees. Looks like the same elf twink to me. Hey, listen. I don't know what to tell you. Was Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, were those the same game? Huh? I don't think so, King K. We rotating. Okay. What has this done? What has this done for me? Nothing. Rotate it again. I should have stayed on top. Possibly. Probably. In case say well. All right. We're done with that side. We're not gonna worry about that side. What we will do, we're gonna rotate this side. You feel me? Ah, don't touch the ick. Don't touch the ick. I should have stayed inside. Probably wasn't good to rotate that while I was outside. Didn't think about that. Okay. That's doing some. All right, so I'll just turn it that way. And it's touching something to make it rotate. There we go. There we go. That's what we're looking for. All right. All right. All right. We're going to jump. We're going to jump like that. You know what I'm saying? KK said it's been years since I played Breath of the Wild. Yeah, same. Before I got the Switch 2, I don't remember, like, I remember, like, Master Mode came out. Oh, jeez. Oh, boy. Master Mode came out, and I was very much like, this seems neat, but I'll wait for a decent time to figure out. Like I'll find a better time to do this. And once Switch 2 came out and they were like, yeah, we're gonna upgrade Breath of the Wild, I was like, oh, and Tears of the Kingdom, I was like, okay, well, that just gave me an excuse to play the game. You feel me? In case said one of the only Nintendo games I played to completion. Yeah, dude, it's pretty monumental. A lot of people nowadays try to kind of discredit it. I don't know why. Because they're just like, I mean, probably because Elden Ring came out, and after once Elden Ring came out, everybody tried. A lot of people pulled the Sonic fandom thing where, you know, Elden Ring came out. Oh, that's the one for adults. And then they try to be like, oh, well, then now Breath of the Wild's not good anymore. It's like, no, Breath of the Wild still does a lot of things that Elden Ring does not. Got my shield, you feel me? Got a new shield. And yeah, this game is like is special, man, for sure. Because it was for me, man, when it first came out, man, it was one of the few open world, and really honestly still one of the only open worlds where it proposes, like, there's so many open worlds where it's like it's open world, but like you don't really get to go everywhere. And this is one of the few that still is like, yo, that mountain over there, climb that. You know what I mean? That passage over there, go there. And there's a lot of open worlds nowadays still to this day that don't do that. And I'm like, that alone, you know what I mean? That by itself kind of like clears a lot of open world games that I can't really get into. She could say authenticated. There are 4 more terminals remaining. Oh, she already said it. She was saying it. She was saying it. I ain't have to say it. Don't touch that. Okay, all right, okay, all right. What's this over here? What is this little mechanism they got going? They got me working with? This is going to have to touch something. Hold on, wait a minute. Oh, there's stairs, huh? Or that's not, those aren't stairs, it's a ladder. James, you idiot. King K said, I don't think you can shield surf in the Elden Ring. You sure can't. Well, until the shield breaks after like 5 seconds. Well, oh, there is that too. There is that. Trogdor in the chat. Trogdor! There's a lot to Elden Ring that is like, I picked it up, I played it for a little bit, got my ass beat a lot, beat a couple bosses, and then after a while I was just like, I don't want to play, I don't feel like playing, I don't feel like playing something that's punishing right now. And I just never went back to it because I was just like, I don't feel like dealing with like beat your head against the wall type of gameplay. That's not to take away from Elden Ring. I'm just like, I'm like, I need push and pull. I need tension and then release. You know what I mean? And those games don't really allow for that. It's very much just tension. Anytime you interact with anything. Masterful game, but it's not the type of game I was looking for. But who knows? I might come back to it one day and be like, "Yo, I really want to play something that I beat myself over the head with." Okay, smirking at me. What? What, man? What do you got to say? I don't know why y'all sent that at me like I was gonna do something. Peace out. The time of games I need is rinse and repeat. Or games. What? The type of games I need is rinse and repeat type of game. What? I think I'm reading what you're trying to say right. The type of games I need is rinse and repeat. Push and pull vine boom. What? What? Type. Okay, all right. King K, speak English to me, man. What are you talking about? Tension and release, vine boom. Well, look, man. I don't know what you talking about. Listen, I'm just saying. I'm nothing suggestive. I'm just saying the state of being that you're in when you're indulging in video games. No or LOL. I can't type. Okay. The type of games I need is rinse and repeat games. Okay. Rinse and repeat games. Explain what type of games you mean by that, Trogdor. Good explanation for that. Oh, I almost missed my window. Would have been waiting more. Phoebe in the chat. What's good, brother? Told you, man, I'm here every single day, 5 o'clock. What kind of games are you playing monthly? Listen, listen, it ain't nothing like that, okay? I'm just saying, look, when you're playing game design, when it comes to game design, when you're playing certain games, you know what I mean? I like games where, you know, sometimes the difficulty they take their foot off the gas every once in a while, you know what I mean? Like if there's a hard challenge, there's tension there. So and also you can choose to do that, right? So you go in there, there's a lot of tension, all right? And then once I'm done with the challenge, it's a release. It's like, oh, okay, all right, let up. They let up. There's my challenge, let up. I might get an item or something like that. You know what I mean? From a reward for my, you know, reward for the challenge, that type of stuff. Elden Ring, Dark Souls, they don't do that. They're very much like, you beat the challenge and then you might get eaten by something. There's your reward. Oh, I messed up. I should have got on top. Phoebe says, so far so good. Apart from my League of Legends games, I guess it's good. Okay. He says, shh, it's okay, I get it. See, look, I can only deal with one troll at a time, okay? All right? I can only deal with one troll at a time, King K. All right? And luckily, Moist isn't here right now, because you and him right now would be too much for me right now. I'm trying to make up for my mistake. Not happening. I'm not gonna do that more than once, but like I only like doing it one at a time. because I might miss something. Try to say like Splatoon, you jump in, paint people, die, and go right back in. Okay, all right, yeah. It's like real quick, like, you know, get it done real fast, and then turn back around, do it again, like real quick. I got you. Beep said, Souls-likes are RPGs where you roleplay the side character desperately trying to survive. Yeah, I know that. Oh, I messed up again! Dude. Here we go. King K said, you ever seen that one meme with Link in Dark Souls? What meme is that? Trigo says, yeah, it's like roguelike games as well, like Botw and Vampire Survivors. Oh yeah. Very, very quick, like quick pick up, play, you know, rinse and repeat type of, like you said, rinse and repeat. I get you. I get what you. I'm picking up what you're putting down, Trogdor. Right. Okay. I already did that room. Where does this go? There's gotta be an opening up there. You feel me? Yes. There's an opening. All right. So I'll get that later, but I'll go for this right now. Chocolate said, I have started and played this game like 3 or 4 times and then get so far. Wait a minute. I have started and played this game like 3 or 4 times and then get so far and get bored. I've heard people say that. And sometimes I wonder, like, where did the boredom come from? Because I've always been, like, enamored by this game in particular and Tears of the Kingdom. I've always been, like, very enamored by them. So it's hard for me, like, whenever somebody's like, I got bored, I'm like, it's hard for me to, like, it's hard for me to like compute what caused him to be bored. Oh, okay. I see. I remember. I see. Come on, man. I'm about to say, where is it? Turn. That one. Turn this one this way. Got it. One more. Elevator. Well, it's not funny if I describe it. That's what I'm saying. Like, you gotta point me in the direction so like I know what you're like. What do I just look up? Like, Link in Dark Souls meme. I'm gonna just look that up. What do you think about the Divine Beast? And do you think it should stay and wait a minute? What do you think about the Divine Beast? And do you think it should stay and replace traditional dungeons in Zelda games? No, I do not think so. I think that Zelda should I think here's what I think about Zelda. I do think that we should keep the open world format, but I do think when it comes to the dungeon, when it comes to like, there's a lot of things that people like level against Breath of the Wild, and I'm like, I think the open world aspect, we should absolutely keep that and keep the whole sense of exploration. Do we keep the same map? No, but we do keep the idea of the whole open world thing, because Zelda has always been that. And at some point they kind of like, Nintendo kind of sterilized that they kind of, what's a good way of saying this? They came up with a formula, and they kind of they kept like refining the formula of the original game to not be so nebulous in where you go. And then they got to a point where they refined it so much that it no longer became a open world type of game, and it became more like it became more similar to like a Metroidvania, where like you have to do things in certain orders and then unlock this to unlock this part of the map and this and that and the other, whatever. They became more like Metroidvanias, and the breaking point was like Skyward Sword, which is why they pivoted with this one, because it was just like, this is no longer like I don't feel like I'm an adventure exploring anymore. I feel like I feel like I'm playing a Metroidvania. So I do think that we should keep the open world aspect, but when it comes to the dungeons and all that stuff, I do think the dungeons should be designed in that manner, where you go into a dungeon and you unlock it in a more traditional Zelda type of way. Even though these are good, I think these are good. I think that, you know, more traditional dungeons would be, you know, the thing that people would like. Also, get rid of the weapon like breaking, or at least if you're going to keep the weapon breaking, at least make a way to make the weapons more durable. As in like, you go to somebody and they can strengthen your weapon or whatever. It may cost a lot. It may take a lot of like crafting materials or whatever, but like you can do it to the point where you can do it to the like you can do it in a sense of like, hey, my weapon won't break anymore because I strengthened it so much. But I think that traditional Zelda, and like as far as like the 2D ones, and I think that can exist on its own. But I also think that we can take some elements of the older 3D Zelda games and incorporate them into the newer Zelda games, and then we'll have a game that will pretty much appease everybody. But I don't think getting rid of rid of the open world entirely, that whole aspect of it, I think that's a bad move. But at the same time, I'm like, the Hyrule's got to be different. Like you can't make another Zelda in like the same. We're in the same type of Breath of the Wild, like the same Hyrule as the last one. Like it's got to be different. If any of that makes sense. Kike said it's basically 4 panels of Ocarina of Time, Link, and Dark Souls. All right, I will check that out. Well, maybe not Ocarina of Time specifically, but it's like a classic Elf Link. I will look it up. I will check it out. I'll check that out after I stream. You feel me? Where's the next one? Matter of fact, hold on. Turn the middle again. I did this again. I cannot believe I did this again. Jesus Christ. Almost messed that up. Okay. Wait a minute. Who's growling? Somebody's growling. There's some eye somewhere that's waiting to get shot. I shouldn't have went this way. Disappointment. All right, here we go. Oh, okay, hold on. Do it one more time. What you gonna give me? What'd I get? What'd I get? A royal bow? I'll take a royal bow. I'll take that. And I got room. I'll take that. Phoebe said, because in my opinion, keep the open world, get a new region, make fewer sanctuaries that are between current sanctuaries, and divine beasts to get more hearts, stamina. I would take divine beast all the way out, like of the next game. I would just leave that theme to Breath of the Wild. I think that would be exclusive to Breath of the Wild, and I think that we just make more dungeons, like more traditional. Like you go into you find a dungeon in a hole in the wall somewhere, and then you go and you're like, oh shit, it's a dungeon. You know what I mean, like that type of stuff. Because like the exploration, the thing that you want to keep is the exploration aspect. Because like I do believe like if you take that away, man, the whole entire idea of exploration being a fun and adventurous type of thing goes down the toilet when everything like is so sanded down that you basically essentially know that this takes me here, which takes me here, which takes me here. If that's the entire, like, it takes the whole exploration aspect out of it, which is the thing I want to keep. But anyway, and make bigger dungeons that are more difficult to advance in the story and get new powers they can take inspiration from the second Wind mod. If I told you about where you can craft weapons / repair, yeah, I agree. Because I do think, yeah, like dungeons should like progressively, you know, they made this game with the intent of like, everyone is going to play this. So, you know, let's not make the dungeons overly difficult. But I'm with you where I'm like, yo, if I run into a dungeon and I don't think there should even be like, I think there should be like, obviously there should be a progression of dungeons, right? Like the first dungeon to the 10th dungeon or whatever. The first dungeon should be the easiest one, and then the 10th one is the hardest one, right? But I'm also like, let the player find the dungeons in whatever way that they want. So if I run into dungeon 9 and it's just hard as shit, so be it. So be it. You ran into the dungeon. Are you prepared to face that dungeon? No, get up out of there. Find a different dungeon. You know what I mean? Can you still beat the dungeon 9? Yeah, then there you go. Hey, good for you. Like, you want to get explorations in the dungeons? No. I mean, yeah, well, exploration is part of the whole entire game, but like dungeons, like you said, like dungeons will be the things that are structured. That's the one thing of all this freedom in the entire world, in the open world and all this stuff, whatever, all this freedom that you got, the dungeons will be the thing that's the structured thing. You go through it and tackle it a specific way when you actually go inside the dungeon itself. But finding the dungeons, you do that on your own. Or if you talk, or you can follow the quest line, and the quest line will tell you like, yo, go here. You might find a thing here. You might find a thing there. The biggest thing, like I said, most important thing to me is like, keep the sense of exploration and the sense of surprise. Don't get rid of those things, because as soon as you start getting rid of those things, you'll go back to like Twilight, or not Twilight Princess. You'll get back to like a Skyward Sword situation where it's like there's no surprise. Everything is all. It's all linear, and I'm like, I do not like playing Zelda games in a linear I do not like linear Zelda. But the thing is, you have to keep But the thing is, you have to keep down the difficulty of the dungeons, because players will stumble upon the difficult ones and give up. Zelda fans ain't Souls fans. Maybe they should make an effort on story too. The story is whatever. Do whatever y'all want to with the story. Just make a good story. I don't really have just make an engaging story. I think that Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom have engaging stories. But I'm also very low demand when it comes to like video game stories. I'm like, as long as what I'm doing is engaging, then the story's fine. Like as long as the story's engaging, I'm fine. People need other people need deeper aspects to their stories, and that's cool and all. Me, I'm like, I don't need all that. But as far as the other one, maybe you should make an effort to. But the thing is, you have to keep down the difficulty. I don't think you do have to keep down the difficulty of the dungeons at all. Like I said, you can let the player explore if they want to, right? But then there are also quest markers that if somebody's like, "Yo, do you want to follow these in order?" It's kind of like how this game is. Do you want to follow this in order? Okay, we'll point you in the direction you need to go to follow the dungeons in order. But if you're somebody that's like, I don't want to do that, I just want to jump in this world and start exploring, let them do that. Let them do that. So it's a matter of choice. Tears of the Kingdom story is ass though. I don't agree with that. Not engaging at all. Like when you've played Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom story feels underwhelming. I don't agree with that at all. 100% don't agree with that. I very much was like, hold on, somebody after me? Am I tripping? I'm tripping. Tears of the Kingdom story, like I very much was like very enamored with like finding Zelda, and being like, where is she? What's going on? I'm like, there's an evil, you know what I mean? Not to spoil, if anybody hasn't played it, not to spoil the game, but like I was very much like, yo, like, what's going to happen? Are you going to do this? Is this going to happen to you? Are you actually going to, you know, Zelda, are you actually going to commit to this? Because this is like a permanent decision. You know what I mean? Like, are you going to do that? And she does it and it's like, oh shit, what? You know, and mind you, did they do the thing that I hate where they reverse it at the end? Yes, but that lines up. I don't think Tears of the Kingdom's story was like garbage at all. Like not even in the slightest. I think there should be a story that points you somewhere, and they should make the story more linear because story in the last two games is all over the place. So you're talking about the way in which the story is told, which for this game, I don't think is an issue because that's what they were going for. It was intentional. Do I think every Zelda story should be like that? No. But I also don't think that we should sacrifice the game design to fall in place for the story. You know what I mean? Like I don't think that we should be like, you got to be railroaded this. You have to. I don't feel like your gameplay should be railroaded in a certain way because you need to follow a story. Because I'm like, then we take away from the gameplay because now I must follow in a linear fashion. You feel me? Unless they can find a way to not do that. Probably shouldn't have came this way. I'm a little distracted. I don't know. Maybe it has to do with the order in which I watch drops or SMTH. Yeah. But that's my thing too. Like I did the same thing, but then what I did was like once I unlocked everything, I watched everything in order. And I was like, okay, this happened, then this happened, then this happened, this happened. Okay, I got it. Not to say that it's a perfect way of storytelling, but I think the way that they approached it was interesting. I find it interesting. And I find sometimes like I think for Zelda at the time, man, I think it's like there was too many things that were standard, like it was too many things that were standardized about Zelda, man. And I was like, I was ready for something to be different. So the way in which the story was told, I was like, I'm okay, I'm all right with that, because I'm like, I'm sick of the way Zelda is at the moment. And boom. All right. Maybe they should take after storytelling of TES games. TES games? What's that? Personally, I hate this way of telling a story. I don't. But that's my thing though. Like Phoebe, like I'm like I don't. The way Tears in Breath of the Wild tells this story, these stories. I don't think that should be the way of every Zelda game going forward. You know what I mean? I'm like, it's one of those things where it's like there is a middle ground between how Breath of the Wild does things and how old traditional 3D Zelda games do things. There's a middle ground somewhere that we can hit, and we can come to a compromise and do that. Story is another one of those things where I'm like, yeah, I would rather go back to a more standardized storytelling too. I would rather go to that. But I was like, at the time, the reason why I'm okay with it in these games, I'm okay with it for these two games, is because I'm like, I like that aspect of like finding out, going to find the story and then piecing them together myself, and then being like, you know what I mean? It's all because it's all thematically, it makes sense. Sorry, we're pausing the game so I can like not ramble, but like go for a little bit. It all fits thematically with a person who has lost their memories or doesn't, or things are a little hazy about like what happened in their past. And so like not every, like when you lose your memory, like not everything comes back all at once. Like sometimes some things come back here and there, and you know what I mean? That's what happens when you lose your memory. And then once you got it all down pat, then you're like, oh, I see the whole thing. I can watch it. I can see this whole thing. Oh, I get it. That's how, okay. All right. I got it. You know what I mean? That's how that works. That's why I'm like, it's okay thematically for the game. Like I said, now, do I think going forward, telling stories should we tell every single Zelda story that way? No. But anyway. Oh, the Elder Scrolls, Morrowind, Skyrim, and Oblivion. Yeah. Agree to disagree. That's fine. Moist said, I find your face interesting. Don't how you gonna insult me with a compliment? Oh, I'm going this way. But like I said, it's also okay to disagree. But I do. That's just how I feel. I feel like there is a middle ground that can be met. Do I go through here? Can I go through here? Can I get through here? No. I'm supposed to get through here. But all this mess is here. I can't get through it. There's nothing to shoot. King K said memories, Maria. Maria. I didn't say it was good, just that it's interesting. I'm gonna take that as a good. I'm gonna take it as a compliment. So thank you, Moist, for calling my face interesting and beautiful and lovely. I appreciate it, man. I thank you so much. I haven't had a compliment in a while. It's great to have one. Also, I'm just wandering right now. I'm not I got wound up in the discussion. But I do think it's an interesting discussion. Phoebe said, we do agree that Nintendo should get into a middle ground. We just disagree on the execution, I guess. That's fine. I think even like if me and you, even if we had a discussion, I think we could also like come to a middle ground. Thing is I'm not rigid about, you know, how I feel or like, or, you know, incorporating different ideas or listen to other people's angles. But I'm also like, I fear, like, for instance, again, like people are like, go back to how Zelda used to be. And I'm like, okay. So and it's one of those things like people say that, but then don't realize that Zelda for a very long time found a formula that got stale, and it got stale for a while. And I fear going back to that formula. And that's my whole thing. I'm like, I fear going back to the same like formulaic, like go to the dungeon, you find the item at the dungeon, you beat the dungeon with the item, then you don't use the item anywhere else really in the rest of the game. You really use the item in that one single dungeon. It's like, okay, well, I have an item that doesn't really do anything anywhere else. Or you go to the fire dungeon, and then you go to the water dungeon, then you go to the grass dungeon, then you go to the spirit dungeon, then you go to the light dungeon. It's like, bro, it's overdone. Those are the formulaic things that I got sick of after a while, and I was like, I very much want a different type of Zelda. But there are things about the old games I also do appreciate and like still. Like I said, I do like a more linear story when it comes to Zelda. Like I said, I thought that this a lot of Tears of the Kingdom, there's a lot of mechanics in Tears of the Kingdom where I'm like, just keep that in Tears of the Kingdom. You know what I mean? The story is one of them. The weapon breaking is another one of those things. Don't bring that into new Zeldas. I'm like, the weapon breaking is annoying. Even though I tolerate it in this game, it's annoying. I could definitely go for more difficult dungeons. Where the hell am I going? What am I doing? I'm just wandering. This is the tail. Dun 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 dun. Wait a minute, what is happening? Moy said, I didn't say any of those things except interesting. I'm suing you for false representation now. What? King K said, you don't have to be gay to appreciate a man's beauty, Sonic. Sonic said that. Phoebe said, kind of hard to argue my third language in through chat. Sorry. Because I don't really know how Zelda was before, because I never played any other game. Well, that's how it was for a very long time. It was like it was just the same thing over and over and over. Like they were good, but it was just like and there was the reason like that Zelda games were selling it on a decline. You feel me? And everything came to it. Like a lot of people nowadays are like, I appreciate Skyward Sword, but like at the time, dude, like Zelda games were like this when it came to the sales, because people started buying them less and less and less and less because it was doing the same thing. And then everything came to a head with Skyward Sword. Everybody was like, dude, there is no exploration in this game whatsoever. Like this is steered. So like y'all have used this formula to a T so many times that it's gotten to a point where it's become this is not even Zelda anymore. It's like, again, it's Metroidvania. It is, we're following in a very linear fashion. We're not really exploring. We're just doing everything in a very set way. And it's like, that's not what Zelda used to be. But that's what it used to, I mean, it had got to that point. and we get, you know, 2 games out of the series that like kind of change things up a little bit, and it is like one of the best selling games, like easily two of the best selling Switch games. And it's the 2 of them, they're both the highest selling Zelda games ever. And then people will be like, yo, go back to the way it was, and it's like, no, like this is clearly working. So I'm like, there's something here that we definitely have to keep. Not everything. We don't have to keep everything from new Zelda games, but we definitely have to. We definitely have to keep something that we're doing something right here. So we got to keep that. But also, let's not alienate the people, you know, who are saying that, yo, you know, bring back some things about the older games that we kind of appreciate, because, like, you know, we really like those things. Wait a minute, what? Am I tripping? Oh, I see. Okay, here we go. I think I see. Flip that around again. All right, let me catch up with the chat. My bad. Moist said the Moist Foundation disavows the libelous statements by Monthly Gamer regarding his face. These claims are false and have no foundations. He's taking me to court, guys. Phoebe said that's the thing that was cool with powers from Breath of the Wild. They are useful everywhere. Like, maybe we shouldn't get them from the beginning. Maybe. I can understand that. I can understand that. Like, you don't get them all out the gate. I can see that. Maybe gradually get them throughout the game, or you run into them a little bit further down the game. I can see that. My thing is, like, if you do that, just make them useful. Again, like I said, the older games, you would find something and you rarely used it in the overworld. You feel me? And I'm like, if I find a thing, let me use it. Let me be able to use it everywhere. Like, can I use the thing everywhere? It'd be useful everywhere. You know what I mean? So that's what I mean when it comes to that. Yeah, bring those items back. You know what I mean? So that we can, like, you know, and maybe like not have everything open in the beginning of the game, but like further down in the game, like, yo, let me still be able to use these things everywhere in the game. You know what I mean? Make them applicable to everywhere in the game instead of just in the dungeon. Oh God, Moist is still going. The official standing of Mr. Man Moist is and always has been that the face of James Mack is interesting. Any statements to the contrary cannot be attributed to my client. All right. We got some legal. Well, let me listen. Moist, let me not. No comment. All right, no comment. I will lawyer up. I'll talk to my people, and then we'll move forward with that. I think maybe Nintendo could try to make an RPG Zelda game. Didn't I already do that? I mean, Zelda's already like a light, very, very, very loosely termed RPG, but I know what you mean, like a actual like role playing game. How does this have me moving, man? That's where we want to get, or not. Hold on. For some reason, this is not clicking for me yet. I feel like I'm like doing this. I feel like I'm running in circles right now. Just one RPG Zelda. I feel like they did it already, but I could be wrong, like way wrong. What you mean, like a you talking about like a traditional RPG? Ow. As Mr. Manmoy's lawyer, the only statement I have to say is that if the claims made about my client aren't withdrawn, consequences will follow. Moy said, "I'll see you in court, sir. We will claim at least $1 million for damaged reputation." Jesus Christ, that's why he uses my. Oh my! All right. Okay, so y'all gonna lawyer up against me now? Okay, y'all gonna lawyer up against me? Is this because I said what I said about Zelda? Moist or not moist? Is this because of what I said about Zelda? Phoebe? Is that what it is? Is this what this is about? Like a game where Link has to specialize in a certain type of weaponry. Yeah. No. I get what you're saying. Okay, all right. Let me actually like try to figure out this puzzle. Cause like I said, I've been wandering. Still going. It's still going. Yes. DW, Mr. Manmoist, I play Ace Attorney. I will win. I play. Damn it! I haven't played Ace Attorney. I'm the shit. Damn. I knew one day something like this was gonna happen. I was like, why you ain't open your eye, bro? The eyes, they're everywhere. Or maybe not. It's just maybe just that one eye. Elevator. Where does it take me? To an enemy. Never lower your eyes to an enemy. Do I want to come down here right now? Not yet. Whoa! Slightly scary. Unexpected. Not scary, just unexpected. Wasn't expecting that. Well. Oh, you bitch. Don't worry. I'll get you later. I'll get my tag back. Don't worry about it. The real puzzle is why do kids love the flavor of Cinnamon Toast Crunch? Hold on. Wait. Moist, what do you have against Cinnamon Toast Crunch? You wanna explain that statement further? You got a problem against Cinnamon Toast Crunch? You got something you want to tell me? You got something on your mind? Huh? I just Googled Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Like, why can't Americans just eat normal chocolate cereal? Wait a minute. First and foremost, don't you? What are you French? Aren't you French? I forgot. Anyway, don't you come here with your Europe ass and try and tell us what we should be eating. All right. Wow, more slander. Like, this can't be healthy. Listen, Phoebe, nothing in America is healthy. There's nothing in America that's healthy. It's all bad. Everything that we consume is bad. And the more you realize that, the more you realize that, the more it pisses you off. Because you're just like, dude, like, everything that's not healthy is very, very easily accessible. It's a whole thing I could go into, bro. I don't even want to get into it, but like anything that's not good for you, very cheap, very easily accessible. Costs money to be healthy. This is a country feed where they will put something in a food knowing that it harms people, and they'll be like, it's fine. Boy said, I love Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Yeah, he said, I'm French. Oh, yeah. We have chocolate cereal too. Yeah, we got chocolate cereal, but I don't know, like, what good chocolate cereal do we have though? That is the question. Also, what happened to that axe that I didn't pick the axe up, did I? Did I just pick that axe up? Am I tripping? I don't even recall picking the axe up. Where's the eye? I need more eyes. Look at that little eye right there hiding your little... You can't hide from me. But Cinnamon Toast Crunch is goated. Like, don't you remember the commercials? What, the Cinnamon Toast Crunch commercials? Maybe. I had to see them. Like, if I see them, then I have like a memory unlocked in my brain. Cinnamon Toast Crunch is S tier cereal. S tier, if not the best cereal, and I won't have it. You know what I mean? I won't have it. Steve said, don't you have like producers market in America? Like, where do you buy stuff from the farmers directly? I mean, like grocery stores and stuff. I mean, like, yeah, we do have like farmers markets and all that stuff or whatever, but like most of it gets distributed through, big corporate stores or whatever. It goes to them, whatever. We do have like little farmers market stores, but like there are more holes in the wall or they're very expensive. One of those two. Like if you want to get like stuff like super fresh and all that or whatever, like super fresh and all that. Yeah. King K said, just made a chocolate chip cookie Nutella milkshake a few hours. Just made a chocolate chip cookie Nutella milkshake a few hours ago. It kind of slapped, not gonna lie. That does sound kind of good. Just a little bit. Sounds a little bit good. Ooh. Cocoa Puffs and Reese's Puffs, if you count those. Yeah, count Reese's. Yeah. Reese's Puff counts. I feel like Cocoa Puffs hurt your teeth. I don't know about like Cocoa Puffs, man. I'm like the risk reward factor. Are they good enough for me to scratch my gums up? Nah. Cookie Crisp kinda. Cookie Crisp isn't that. It's not good. I don't like Cookie Crisp. I personally don't like Cookie Crisp. King K said we have Whole Foods, but their stuff is kind of pricey. That's what I mean. Like, yeah, like that's what I mean. Like the fresh stuff. That's exactly what I was saying. Like all the fresh stuff, like the very very fresh, like super healthy stuff, pricey, super pricey. Conspiracy. I have a conspiracy about that, but I don't want to get into. I never had Count Chocula. Count Chocula is it's all right. Phoebe said, I spent a month in I spent a month in a family in LA. I gained 3.5 kilograms, 7 pounds. Yeah. And I ate the others. I feel like you aren't taught to eat vegetables. Honestly though, like you're not taught to, our government, bro, is not looking out for our best interest. And I don't mean that by like, oh, the current president. I'm like, no, all of them, none of them. Like they're not always looking out for our best interests. Most of them are not looking out for our best interests. If they were, we'd have a free healthcare system. You know what I mean? But it's just not. There's a lot of it, like our good, like I said, like there's a lot of things that would make accessible to us way more readily available and easily if that were the case, and they don't care. They let a lot of, like, it's very much it's very much capitalism, bro. You got the top dollar, you can pay the money to do it. Get the money to be able to do it, then you can do it. Otherwise, get fucked. King K said the best cereal is s'mores. Cinnamon Toast Crunch may have a thing or two to say about that. Moy said the Cinnamon Toast Crunch commercials in like the 90s always revolved around this person sees things really well, but can they see why kids love the taste of Cinnamon Toast? Oh yeah. I remember that. Yeah, do you love the taste of Cinnamon Toast Crunch? Yeah, I had to look up. I think after the stream, I'm gonna look up a bunch of like Cinnamon Toast Crunch commercials. Phoebe said that's crazy stuff. It is, bro. But like that's the thing, bro. Like they do not care, bro. There's a lot of things like your government. Like I said, your government, y'all got free healthcare. Like y'all have, I believe y'all have free healthcare over there. But like y'all, for the most part, y'all got people at the top that are looking out for y'all. For the most part, I'm not saying it's all sunshine and daisies, but it's like they won't sell y'all. Like I know over there overseas, like they won't sell y'all stuff. They won't sell you things that are basically poisonous. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like they won't sell you an edible dye. Like at least that's from what I've heard. But like they won't sell you an edible dye that can fucking kill you. You know what I mean? They'll be like, this has that in it. Let's take it out of that. We'll be like, are the levels harmful enough? No, put it in there anyway. Boy said, that's how I feel about popcorn. Tasty, but not worth getting the kernel stuck in my teeth except on special occasions. It sucks too because like I really love popcorn. Like I really love popcorn. So I'm like, I'll bite the bullet for that. I'm like, the taste is worth it. I'm about to say, bro, when will this elevator ever come down, dude? I feel like I've been waiting for like 20 years. Also, the stream's not delayed. I'm just like late to reading the stuff. King K said, we're Americans, we're fucked. Yeah. Well, Cinnamon Toast Crunch can cinnamon shove it? Wow. You know what you can do, King K? You can go buy a box of Cinnamon Toast Crunch and sit on it. How about that? That's how me and Cinnamon Toast Crunch feels about you and your s'mores, your little s'mores and your Boy said, I will argue with you about a free healthcare system. That's not the best for the public, but we definitely need some healthcare reform. Specifically with our current health insurance system. We could argue about that, Moise. I don't want to get super political. I think that would be something that me and you would like talk about one-on-one. But I'm not once again, it's the same thing I always talk about, like even when I talk about video games. I'm not rigid about my way of thinking. You know what I mean? I can see the other sides of it. Like it would be one of those things where I'm like, I need all the information on the subject, and then we can like go forward from there. Steve said, we don't really have free healthcare. Healthcare is paid directly on my salary. Like everybody pays like 3% of their salary to national healthcare. Right. But it's like lowered. It's like significantly lowered. So it's not free. Let me take that back. I had that wrong. I heard it was significantly lowered than what we pay. Yeah, we pay for healthcare, but we just don't realize it. Yeah, like your healthcare is way lower. That's why my fault. I got mixed up. I heard that you guys pay like way lower healthcare than we do. Our healthcare is insane. It's asinine. DK said, nice try. I'm not doing that again. What doing what? What? You're not doing what again? What? Unlock. I want you guys to know that, like, playing video games on stream, like talking to y'all and like trying to figure out a puzzle at the same time is like, we might be here for a while, because I'm just like, my brain's, I'm so bad at multitasking, which is why I'm like, why in the hell did I ever choose to like stream? Like, why was streaming the thing that I like picked to do? So I'm like halfway trying to figure the puzzle out, which is why I haven't really gone anywhere. But I'm like trying to halfway figure this puzzle out and talk to y'all at the same time. It is a task. I mean, you just get flipped over because the insurance companies are in between, and that's the real scandal. That's what I mean. Like they will literally, like, in the middle of a surgery, like they did that with somebody like very recently, like in the mid, like dead in the middle of a surgery. They were like, only we're not gonna perform on the surgery. It's like, what? And she was like, I think the woman was like, I'm good for it, like the money's good for it, and they just weren't having it. And I was like, that's insane, dude. I will also say too, admittedly, I'm not the most well-versed on politics and the way things, you know, always work. I look at things very idealistically, and sometimes even with naivety, admittedly. So keep that in mind. Don't take the words that I say as absolute like gospel, but I'm like, some things I'm like, bruh. Like, really, when it comes down to it, I don't like things being complicated. I hate it. I'm just like, this should be simple or simplified. Yes, receive my ball. Don't touch the ball. Is this ball drawing power while I'm standing on it? You feel me? Exactly. Our current system allows insurance companies to artificially inflate. Our current system allows insurance companies to artificially inflate the price of everything, which is why nobody likes. Why nobody likes them. No one likes them. When the guy got Mario's brother, a lot of people were like, and it's morally it's bad, but a lot of people were like, everybody was like, because that's really how people like really be feeling about it, bro. And as a result, we don't pay $3,000 for a plaster on my arm. Yeah. Healthcare in this country, like most things in the U.S., is centered around capitalism. Like I was saying, the people controlling the system prioritize profits over human survival and quality of life. And honestly, really low key, they be trying to like slide people off. Is honest to God, like that's how I feel. Like I feel like there's a lot of people at the top that are like, we don't need all these people here. We really don't. That's my personal take on it. The incentive structure is fucked. Yeah. Like, how do you pay $1,000 a month to not get R-rated in the hospital? I don't know, man. Again, capitalism isn't the issue. Healthcare providers should naturally be incentivized to prioritize patients. Wait a minute. Capitalism is the issue. Healthcare providers should naturally be incentivized to prioritize patients, but the bargaining power has been removed from us, the customer, and give it to the government and their lobbyists. Got it. And sometimes I'm like, how can the minimum wage be $52K a year on a 40-hour week engineer with 5 years of experience get that in Europe? And you can't live in a decent life. I don't know. I don't try to think about these things too much. I don't try to think about these things too much, man. Because honestly, a lot of, oh my God, I missed it. A lot of it frustrates me. I need the ball, but the elevator takes 2,000 years. Also, I'm not sure if I can pick the ball up. Or if it's safe to pick up with my bare hands. Yeah, I would assume that that's not safe to pick up. Oh, goody. Or robots. Ow. Oh, well, there you go. I wasn't even trying to do that, but you can do that. What is this music? Where'd the weapon go? I definitely did not collect the weapon. I have a sword, but the other dude had like a axe, I think. What happened? That's one. All right, we're slowly making our way through. Slowly making our way through. Beef said in France, when we're frustrated, we take it out on the government. I'm just saying, since we started the killing bad leaders, they kind of listen to us. Well. Well, I would never advocate for doing that. However, if what you are doing results to that, you should probably rethink your strategies. Capitalism encourages using as much as you can to get an advantage. That's what it means to capitalize. At its core, it's centered around using as much as you can to get ahead, which often involves hurting people in the process. Aren't leaders human? Aren't leaders human in America? Like, how can you see all people? How can you see all the people complaining and just not care? It's because they just don't, dude. Like I said, I won't get into a long argument about it here, but capitalism is the most moral economic system and best system for the general flourishing of the general public. That's just a fact. Well, possibly, but it has gotten, it is getting kind of little. It's for the general flourishing of the general public. That's just a fact. Maybe. It's arguable. What I'm saying is riot. You don't have to kill them. Well, that's the thing. We turn up in America and it turns into rioting and looting and all that stuff, whatever. And then it becomes it becomes like about optics and these people, this isn't how you're supposed to handle X, Y, and Z. Like, we do turn up, but the problem is, like, we have people aren't always on the same page about a thing and about like handling a certain thing. So you'll get in situations where, like, you know, one side will be like, yo, yeah, that's the right thing to do, and the other side will be like, that wasn't the right thing that wasn't the right way to handle that. So there's that. Just threaten their place of power. That's the problem. Our people are not organized enough to do that.
Just one terminal remaining. You're almost
one more terminal. But anyway, I'm done talking about politics. All right, I'll read a couple more comments, but I'm done talking about politics. I'm ready to get back on the game. That's why the U.S. is the most successful and richest country in the world. The results speak for themselves. Like I said, you can make an argument. There's an argument to be made about it. There's an argument to be made. Because it's also not the most moral of places. I'm fine with being 7th economic power in the world if it means I can live comfortably. Yeah. Peep said, all right. Yeah. Bit Bouncer in the chat. Bit Bouncer, while we're in here, let me do this real fast while you're here. Can manage by words saying review remove chat and higher put using timeout managing and manage block words and change chat modes in line. Oh, okay, yeah. Here we go. Let me do that while you're here, Bouncer. Mac, what are you having for dinner tonight? I don't know. I had what did I have earlier? I had really good noodles and grilled cheese. I just felt like eating that for today because I'm like I've been lazy and I'm like I don't feel like going to the store. So that's what I had earlier today, and then, like, I'm kind of full off of that, so I'm like I'm not even really hungry. But then later I'm gonna be like I want to snack on something. No! Get my sword back. Get my sword. Bouncer said, "WTF did I walk into here? LOL. Bit bouncer for president." I actually think Bit Bouncer. I think you and Alex's moist politics would line up. But that's what happened. Like, we got into a whole like discussion, and I was like, all right, this is now beyond what I can speak on it, and I'm not gonna act like I'm I'm not gonna act like I am a know-it-all when it comes to that. I'm missing one. That one over there. One thing I can't tell you, man, I am authentic. I am real with you. You know what I mean? I'll be real with you. I don't got it all together. I don't got everything figured out. So I wouldn't act like I do. You know what I mean? I got all the answers. I'm the one. I got all the answers now. Not saying that anybody in the chat is doing that, but I'm like, I'm talking about that. That's why I'm like, let's keep it on the. I'm like, let me keep it on the game because I'm like, I don't have all the answers, dude. I don't have all the angles, and I'm not like even remotely equipped to even discuss the stuff.
Well done. That was the last of the terminals. Now, you'll need to start up the main control unit.
Phoebe said, "Does everybody know each other, or something here?" But it's interesting to talk about it. It is interesting to talk about it, but just not like I don't think that this is the platform. You know what I mean? So I'm like, if y'all talk amongst yourselves about it, like it's cool, but like
you're doing well.
At some point it gets draining to me, and I'm like, all right, I'm done talking about it. Head for the glowing mark you see there. You're doing it well. You're doing well. Thank you.
But overconfidence can be a deadly foe.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Moy said, quick Mac, solve all the world's problems in your Zelda stream. Should be easy for you. Listen, first and foremost, me, appoint your boy, Monthly Gamer, right here, president of the world. You feel me? First order of business, eradicate all cereal. Cinnamon Toast Crunch only. Mommy Urbosa's voice is so weird in English. Sounds better in French, to be honest. I never even thought about that. I had to listen to it in French to see what it sounds like. I love her voice, dude. I love everything about her. If Urbosa was a real chick in real life and she was walking down the street, I always have this barometer of like how hot chicks are. I'm like, listen, and I've done this before with certain women. Like I've like stopped everything I'm doing, ran to them and been like, yo, what's your name? What you doing? Where you going? You know what I mean? Like, you know, what's up? Let me get a number, all that stuff. I've done things like that too, with people, you know what I mean? Sometimes it works, most of the times it doesn't. A lot of times they're out of my league, but I'll still shoot my shot. Urbosa is one of those people where if she was real, dude, I'd be like, go. Run across the street, voice and everything. I love it. He said, no, why Cinnamon Toast Crunch? Why good? Also, to answer your question, there's some people in here. There's a couple people in here that I know, Phoebe, just because like there's a couple of people that are moderators. I know Moist in real life. Everybody else that's been talking, I don't know them, but like Bit Bouncer and Moist, I know them in real life. There's very few people in, like, if you see Infrared, he's also a moderator. I know him in real life too, but like, I think for the most part, most people that come in here are not people that I know. Not gonna lie, if Urbosa was drinking in a bar, I would murder my social anxiety. It would murder my social anxiety to be it would murder my social anxiety to be able to talk to her. You miss every shot you don't take. Exactly. I go to her. That's what I'm saying though. That's my thing. That's the thing about me, man. I shoot for women that are like way out of my league, dude. Like way out of my league. And I would say like, and I'm talking about like women that have everything made for them. They got like everything. Like they are solid. And I'm coming through. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I'm just coming through like a little scrub dude or whatever. So like 8 times out of 10 doesn't work, but I'm like, I'm doing it anyway. I don't give a damn. But then the thing is, man, I'll mess with like, I don't know, man. I've been all over the spectrum when it comes to women, dude. And I don't know, man. Sometimes I have a thing where I'll talk to a woman and she'll be like either in my league or under my league. So, and I don't want to be like arrogant or nothing like that, but like below, like, and I don't know, like I'll just be like, I'm like, nope. I'm like, why did I do this? Why did I do this? You knew this wasn't going to end well. Oh, we're good. We're ready to go. Did I get all the secrets? I don't know. I don't know if I got all the secrets, but we're about to be done with this dungeon. I know that. Was this 6:46, almost 7 o'clock? You feel me? Moy said, do I know Bit Bouncer? I don't think you do. I don't think you've met him before. If he said, it's not about being in your league, it's about whether or not the girl is good for you. No. I get that, but I'm like, how should I put this? A lot of when I mean like, are they in my league? Am I in their league? That type of stuff. I'm talking like standard, like, you know, people kind of standard, like what people use as a barometer of like, of what's the word I'm looking for? Success. You know what I mean? Like none of that stuff matters to me. I'm like, I don't care. I really don't care about your status. Really. None of that matters to me. I'm like, you know, I'm like, yo, what's up? Are we into the same things? Do we like the same things? Are we good for each other? You know what I mean? That type of stuff. Because I really don't care how much you make or what you make or, you know what I mean? Any of that type of stuff. But there's a lot of people that put a lot on that. Like a lot of their social, like a lot of their like relationship statuses rest on that, especially like a lot of American women. Thunderblight Ganon!
Stay on your edge.
I got you.
This formidable adversary was made by Ganon and brought me to a warrior's demise 100 years ago.
I got you.
Do not allow this to be your end. Fight for your life. And its death.
That's crazy. Like you're like, and it makes sense because like you're French, but like it's crazy that you're like, man, I don't like her American voice. And I'm like, I fucking love her, man. I love her voice, dude. But I gotta hear it in French though. That's right. He does a little zigzag thing. Let me do this first and foremost. You feel me? Let me armor up. You know what I mean? Give me the thunder suit. Rubber up. You feel me? Like being in my league is such a bias. You tend to overestimate yourself. Not like not you specifically, but people in general. No. I don't think in terms of leagues when I'm talking about like relationship stuff or like just dating stuff, I don't tend to think in that manner. You know what I mean? Again, like I said, I like to simplify a lot of things, but a lot of people, especially in American society, a lot of people think of it in that way. So like a lot of times I'm not compatible with other people because they think in that manner. They'll be like, what do you do? What do you make? What can you do for me? And I'm like, that's not how you should approach any type of romantic anything. It's not how you should approach it. But unfortunately, that is how our country is ran. So I don't subscribe to that, which is probably why I've been single for so long. But I don't approach it like that. If you look at how the average American people live, I can understand status matters. Yeah. It's just annoying because I'm like, a lot of people hinge everything on that. And that's why I can't, like, I haven't been able to keep a relationship because like everybody is like, everyone's like that. And that's not to say I don't have my issues or faults or anything like that either. Like I have, there are things about me that aren't entirely favorable. Oh, damn. Oh, my damn. But at the same time, I'll be like, why does any of the things that you're saying matter, dude? Like when it comes to like us being a thing or anything like that. Like, why does any of that matter? Like I've been with so many women that have been in my pockets and worried about how much I'm making and how much I'm giving them and, you know, X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, dog. I'm like, dog. He tried to trap me with electricity. Even relationships are becoming capitalized in America. Dog, America relationships have been capitalized in America, bro. Have been for years and years, for decades, for centuries. Agreed. King K said rubber up. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Hey, you gotta be protected, bro. You gotta be protected. Where is he? Okay. I'm low-key mad that I wasted one of my swords. You gonna zap yourself? Stupid. Stop hitting yourself. I can't get over there in time. Ah! He can get over to me in time, though. Where is he? I can't see him. Where is he? Whoa! All right. Ah! Thank you, Urbosa. Did I lose my shield? No, still got my shield. Hell no, you're not about to get me with that. Count that out. Count that out, G.
Don't go out like this.
Wait, don't go out like what? I still got fairies. Yeah, I'm man, Urbos, I'm good, G. Don't worry about me. Now, this is me being stubborn. I've told y'all about this before. Me being stubborn. I could do the shield thing, but I'm not doing that. Eat, Mac, eat. You're low. Listen, I got the fairies. Don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it. Get him up out of here. I don't need to eat shit. Not a damn thing. I'm gonna go back to the fairy fountain, stock up on my fairies again. Because I'm like a cat. You feel me? Get him up out of here. Bye. You're stressing me fighting so low. It's funny, like, whenever my hearts are low, like, somebody in the chat will be like, hey, man, look, I need you to, like, you are, my anxiety's on edge. You're not the first one to say that, Phoebe. Fairies didn't die for such idiocy. Wow, you call me an idiot? Damn. That's messed up. Listen, that's what they're there for. They're there to heal me. They heal me and then they get up out of there. What's going on over here? Oh, that's how to get out. Get the heart. Listen, that's how I fight, all right? I'm like, look, I don't need to do all these little tricky tactics or whatever. I'm not about to sit here and wait. I'm not going to sit here and wait for you to blast me and I'm going to time my shield right. I'm not doing all that. I'm coming straight for your head. Take a sword to the face. You feel me? Take a sword to the face. Did I get everything in here? Once you activate it, you will not be able to re-enter the interior of the divine beast. Do you still wish to activate it? No. Did I get everything out of here? Did I get all the little secrets and stuff? I won't tell. That wasn't good. That didn't sound good. Wait, what? I like when your hearts are low, gives me hope. What song are you singing, Moist? Stop being stubborn and live. Eat your vegetables and save the fairies. No, that's not what they're for. The fairies are there. They're there for that. That's what they're there for. The fairies don't die. They just bring life to me and then they go and then they float away. They don't die. All right? You know what I mean? But that's what they're there for. Did I get all the secrets that I needed to get out of here? This doesn't tell me like if anything else is left. Is there? Phoebe, do you know? If this tells me if there's any other secrets left in here, because I think that I've gotten everything out of all the chests that I needed. I don't think there's anything else hidden. I'm asking you, Phoebe, because I think that you are most certainly more familiar with this game than I am. That's not a song. I like when your hearts are low because it means you might die. Your suffering brings me pleasure. Of course it does. It doesn't. I think. All right. Here's what I'm gonna do. Because I'll do this off screen. No. I'll just fucking whatever, dude. There's nothing else in here that's super important. I don't think. I think I've gotten everything. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I've gotten everything. Or I'll do this. This would be the smart thing to do. So you guys watch this afterwards, and then if I did miss anything, I'll go back to it. Yes, activate. King K, what do you think a fairy tastes like? What does a fairy taste like? Maybe gummy bears? Oh my god, she's here.
I knew you wouldn't let us down, Link. Thanks
I love her so much.
skill, my soul is free, and Noboros is ours once again.
Look at her, she's such a bad bitch. Oh my god.
Ah! We can complete what we started years ago. We Gerudo have no tolerance for unfinished business.
Yeah, maybe fairies taste like gummy bears. That's maybe. Like, I believe that there are 5 chests in the Divine Beasts, 1 in the center, 2 in the front, and 2 in the back. I remember that one of them had a chest hanging from a chain that you had to get with magnesis. I definitely got that one. And it was kind of hidden, but I'd rather watch that cinematic. Mommy Urbosa. No, I think I got everything.
So long for the moment to see you finally rush Hyrule Castle. As well as for the moment when I incinerate Ganon into a pile of ash.
Sure, incinerate him. You feel me?
Which reminds me, I wanted to give you a little something.
What you trying, girl? What you trying to give me?
Accept this gift, which has come to be known as
Yes.
Urbosa's Fury.
Oh yes, give it to me.
It will no doubt be of use to you.
Yes. Please give me Urbosa's Fury. Wait a minute. Oh, you were talking about a power. Never mind. Okay, that's what you're. Oh, I mean, I guess that's good too. I'll take that.
Both you and the princess regarding what happened to us champions. But this is how things had to happen. No one need carry blame. So please,
PK said try to hold it monthly. Listen, yeah, I'm trying to keep it in, man.
any worries. And let her know I couldn't be more proud of her. You take good care of the princess.
No promises, King K. I'll try. She's so fierce. I know, dude. I love her so much. Look at those legs. Here we go. Here goes the camel. He's powering up. I'm firing my laser. You guys remember that? That old shit? That's some ancient YouTube shit, bro. Ancient YouTube shit. The more I watch the cinematic, the closer I become to incels. Yeah, right. I didn't sell for Urbosa. I do it. No shame. But see, you can't approach her like that because then she gonna be like, that's a problem though. Like, you can't approach her like that because she gonna be like, you're weak and feeble, get out my face. You gotta be like, you gotta have that confidence, you feel me? You gotta act like you running stuff even though clearly she can kick the shit out of you. Act like you running stuff. We can say whatever we want about the story, but they nailed every cinematic. That's what I mean too about when I say the narrative is entertaining. It just, for me personally, it just needs to entertain me, and that's what like all the cutscenes and all that stuff. That's what they do. If we get into like the nitty gritty and all that stuff or whatever, you can start poking holes and all that stuff. But to me, like me seeing what actually happens, like what actually is happening visually in front of my eyes, is like the most important thing.
The bitter essence of defeat from a century ago still sits upon my tongue. But that is now in the past.
King said, King K told me to hold it in. I'll hold it in. She said something about her tongue. I was going to, I'll hold it in.
Will make this victory all the more satisfying. I like that. Now I can take this personally. Once we've established a lock on that thing, it will be up to Link to keep Ganon occupied until the moment we unleash our strike. That moment is going to be so delicious.
Delicious, yo. Boy said, are most of the type to make you defeat her on combat to prove your worth if you want to hit. Exactly. Which is why, Moist, I would hit the gym every single day. 8 hours a day. That's all I would do. It's the only thing I would do ever. All right, well, we got that down pat. Divine Beast Vanaboris. We've done it. By the time I can defeat her, she'd have become a gilf. I don't know, man. I might still take a Granny Urbosa. I might still take a Granny Urbosa. Best power, by the way, 500 DMG is crazy. One thing I will say though, about this game, and this is like the one thing about this game that I do like better than Tears of the Kingdom, are the champion powers. I do like the champion powers in this game better. And that might be like the only thing, but not to get into a whole nother rant. But yeah, I think I'm gonna call it, y'all. This has been a good stream. Nice. A lot of gooning, a lot of progress, getting things done, a lot of politics. Pretty good stream. A lot of people showing up. Got a few people watching at the moment. Let me remind everybody, like I said, if you like what you see here, you feel me, make sure you like the stream. Everybody that's watching right now, hit like right now. Hit the like button. Make sure you like the stream, you feel me? Subscribe. You feel me? Keep coming back. You feel me? I'm here every single day, every single weekday, 5 o'clock Central Time. You feel me? Also, if you want to support Monthly Gamer, all my payment options are down below. You feel me? I got PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, and Patreon. Patreon's a subscription service. If you want to throw $1 in there just to help me out, that would help greatly. And then if there's any game that you want me to play, I have a $5 tier in there where if you throw $5, I'll play whatever game you want me to play on stream, as long as I have access to it, and as long as it is YouTube friendly. Cool. Boy said, Urbosa with age like fine wine for sure. B75 still looking 30. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Trogdor in the chat said, take it easy. All right, dude. I'll see you later, man. Peace out. All right, I'm gonna go to bed. See y'all. Peace out. Feed. King K said the only one gooning was you. Nah, it wasn't just me. It was definitely people in the chat. It's all right. I rarely do it. I rarely do it. So it's like your one and only time you'll see that, because I don't think anybody, there's no other character in Zelda that I do that I'll be like that I'm like that with. So there you go. That's your one and only goon session you'll see. All the other characters in Zelda, I'm like, oh, they're cute. They're cute. They're cute. Urbosa, I'm like, girl, marry you on the spot. But anyway, I appreciate everybody showing up. Appreciate everybody being here. Thank you guys for all showing up. Y'all could be watching anything else, but y'all watching me, and I appreciate that. Monthly, not monthly, Gooner. No, this is one day of the not monthly. I don't do it monthly. Just one day, just today. Because we're not gonna see unless I play like Age of Calamity, and then we'll see her again. Then I'll goon again. So there's that. But appreciate everybody showing up. Appreciate all my future watchers showing up. Thank you. Only Zelda character I go into is Side-Eye. Not Side-Eye. Of course. He got that smile though. I'll give you that. He got the smile. He got the smile down pat. They knew what they was doing with that one. In case that she could probably crush a watermelon though. Listen. Got a couple of watermelons for her to crush. All right, y'all. That's been Monthly Gamer. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.